All right, good morning, everybody. How are you all doing today? It's now September the 30th, the very last day of the month, and we're going to do a very brief and quick scan overview of the crypto market, specifically Bitcoin right now. And let's just see where the next few days can actually bring us, all right? So, first of all, the very first rule of doing a technical analysis is to always get in your log scale, okay? Just to give you guys a very quick reminder of how these trend lines are reacting in the market, okay? And the second thing is to acknowledge, first of all, that we have been trending at the 0.618 fib level 2 times in a row now before it started downtrending. So that's the first time right there. This is the second time right here. So because I'm now traveling pretty much indefinitely, I do not plan to be day trading nearly as much. So the majority of my time will actually be spent swing trading. So what we notice here, oh, sorry, I completely missed this one. The first one that I did earlier was a 618 fib level where it downtrended, right? That's the first one there, we'll say. And then the second one is right here as well. Just right there, right? Makes sense? Okay. So now this one here ended up downtrending even before it hit the 618 fib level. And now what we have to acknowledge is a few things, okay? So first of all, we have to ask ourselves, is this a bearish flag that's considered going to be moving in Elliott waves of threes, right? So if we consider this the totem pole right here, or the flag pole, is this the bearish flag that's going to be consolidating to come down, right? So that's one big question that we have to be asking. Now, daily chart, great and all, but let's take a look at on a little bit of a lower time frame, okay? Let's go to 30-minute chart. So what we're noticing is that, actually, let's even go to a lower chart than that. Hold on, I'm looking for a specific chart right here, okay? There we go. So we're seeing these break into series of 5 waves, right? Very, very clearly, which is almost hard to argue against it, where we got the fifth wave that was really, really heavily uptrending, right? So let's just say we consider this an extended fifth wave even in here, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Where this makes as well 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we get a really hyper extended fifth wave there. Now, if we actually break this down, the thing about Elliott wave is sometimes you just don't know if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 coming down, or if this 1, 2, and 3 is actually the A, B, C already. See? So this right here, the 1, 2, 3, could actually be part of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it could also be where that's just A, B, C. No idea whatsoever, right? People are looking at me at the restaurant like this guy's talking so loud, but then that's kind of what I think about whatever people think of me, right? So anyways, now the question is this ABC right here, right? Is that ABC right there, aside from that massive wick? Or is this part of a 5 wave structure, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. It fits the Elliott wave criteria as well, and then we get an ABC coming up, right? Or is this even going to make a 3 right there? So the first thing that we got to do now is to basically look at the highs, okay? So what I would be doing as a day trader is I'd be looking at how high this ends up actually retracing, okay? And what we're noticing right now is we're getting above the 55 EMA on a 1 hour time frame, right? So are we going to reject at 6,700 range? That's kind of a key and pivotal point for me right here in the market. 6,700 is a very important number for me to take a look at because that's where the golden pocket is, right? Now, let me give you guys a very clear-cut example of how golden pockets are treated on a downtrend. So a golden pocket on a downtrend is caught right there, okay? It's caught right there. People are looking at me as if like, why is this guy talking so much? It's as if they've never heard people talk for breakfast before, right? It's kind of it's a really different culture here in France compared to Canada, put it that way. So anyways, you're trying to catch the golden pocket for an uptrend right there, right? So, but for the downtrend, the exact same thing applies as well. And because the exact same thing applies, you are trying to catch a short as it gets to these particular positions, right? So let's say you're going on a downtrend, and then now you're going to be uptrending like that. What you want to do is you want to catch it right there at the golden pocket and golden ratio range, okay? So now I'm just going to wait and see. Let's see if we can even break above the 6570 region or 6500, 6600 region, and then 6650, and then 6700, right? These are key pivotal points right now. Other than doing a market analysis with RSI, etc., we're just going to see from moving averages and to see Fibonacci ranges if this actually ends up breaking upwards. Now, let's say that this was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I was actually correct in the count. And then let's say we got to a much higher time frame, right? Well, what this would mean is that ABC is done, and this could be a series of threes that could be going upwards. But the thing is, the thing, okay, you know what? The reason why this actually couldn't even be considered an Elliott wave is because I just forgot about this wick right here, okay? This wick actually ends up surpassing more than 100%. Oh, I gotta go get my eggs. Give me a second, guys. I gotta go get my eggs. Yo, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to get my eggs. And let's get back to this technical analysis. Okay, you guys still with me? Yeah, you are. Let me just double check here and make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, I gotta get going right away. I think Sarah and her mom is actually up and about already because it's already 9:10, and we have a lot of plans today, right? I want to make sure her mom gets to the airport properly. Yeah, her mom's really cool. I can't believe I met her mom on the first date. Pretty sure it was a date. Honestly, I'm 100% sure it was a date. Okay, it was just way too. I think the grin on my face kind of gives it all away, right, guys? 100% sure that it was a date, and it was actually like the sweetest date that I've had in a long time, and I'm extremely satisfied right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's also look at it from this perspective as well, right? If that wasn't the ABC, like we could be seeing it crammed into here somehow as well, right? Or this could be seen as a symmetric triangle or even an ascending triangle. There's so many different ways to take a look at this as well. But the important thing is this right here retrace more than 100% of the Elliott wave. And according to Elliott wave criteria, if any wave retraces by more than 100% of the first wave, like the second wave retracing 100%, or even the fourth wave retracing 100% of wave 3, then that simply implies that it's an Elliott wave failure, and then we denote it with an X, right? That calls it a failure. So now, guys, I'm waiting once again to see these fib ranges and to see if it's going to break above these levels. But the next support region, guys, next support region is 6450. Okay? People are looking at me like they have a fucking problem with me talking sometimes. It's really irritating actually. But I don't give a shit, honestly. You get to a point in your life where you just don't really give a shit what people think. It's just how it is. So anyways, so I'm gonna wait to see if it does one of two things, okay? If it's gonna get to the 6450, like right down over here again, right? 6475, 6500 region right there. If it does, great. There's a great support region for us to bounce off of. Now, if it ends up retracing higher than the 6700 region, then that's fairly bullish as well. But the big region right here that we have to take a look at on the 4 hour, I'm pretty rude, eh, guys? Have you guys noticed how rude I am, but how nice I am as well at the same time? Yeah. When you get to a point in my life where you're literally retired at 34 years old, you don't really care about what people think anymore. And you just be who you are. And if there's a problem, say it, right? So anyways, here it's 1600 region as support right there, right? You guys see that? This is resistance right here. Let's see if we're gonna get a bounce off of 6400. Let's see if this is actually an Elliott wave, impulse wave that's gonna be going upwards here. Let's see if we're gonna break above 6800. If it does, bam, that's where I'm gonna go long on it to 6900. But make sure that we understand very, very clearly as well that the next region is right here, okay? This is the big region that we're all going to be looking. And the question is it going to be the big short or is it going to be the big rally, right? So there's a chance for us to make an incredible amount of money in the next few days here. But let's see, first of all, if we're going to break above this, okay? Because honestly, if this is the big rally, that would also imply many things, okay? It would imply mainstream adoption for Bitcoin, which I can't really see happening this year because it is the year of regulation. It would imply that it's getting a little bit closer to usurping traditional monetary fiat systems as well. Big question of if that's even possible. And it would imply that governments are becoming much more pro towards Bitcoin. For example, France, right? They're not too pro towards Bitcoin from what I've heard, right? Compared to Canada, for example, who are one of the first countries to approve exchange traded funds, right? So, anyways, some countries are a lot more pro than others, some are not. I think there's a lot of fundamental flaws right now with Bitcoin, and it's going to be a very long ways until we have mainstream adoption. And if there is some sort of rally, the only reason why there would be a rally is just simple and sheer will to make sure that Bitcoin succeeds. So think of a sidewalk, okay, guys? Think of a sidewalk that's open to the left and the right, but there's just a gate right on the sidewalk as well. And it says to the public, sidewalk closed. But you can walk around it to the left or the right. That's kind of what the government is doing right now. They're imposing these restrictions where there's people can literally just walk around it. And that's just how it's going to be. So anyways, thank you very much, viewers, for joining me for this morning technical analysis. I'm going to have the rest of my 3 eggs, coffee, and orange juice, and I'm going to have an awesome day with Sarah. I don't plan to day trade this morning whatsoever. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm in a Ripple short position. I'm in a Ripple short position right now, guys, and I'm extremely happy about it. So have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.